Okay, right, the stream has started now.
I'll take you out and overtake you in Sandoval, harsher than Mahavir
Mahavir
Raghunathan.
Raghunathan. The Lord himself.
The Lord and Saviour. We just love Mahavir Raghunathan. It's a bit hard not to, you know. He's the best racing driver in history. We're live now, by the way.
Yeah! I was just waiting for it to just actually pop up live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the F1 Freshman League here in Gavra Racing. And you can probably already tell who I'm joined by. Yeah, I am... Well, we are back for the final time this season. I know, it's gonna... I will get emotional at the end, so don't you worry. But, yeah, it is the final time for this season in F1 2020, where we'll be in the Freshman League around the quite glorious Interlagos. And I am joined by a man who it's been a heavy replacement for a lot of the freshmen and other leagues. No Evan, he's filled up on doing all of his exams at the moment, so that's fair enough. He's allowed to do that. But yeah, I've got Byron joining me once again, and Byron, Freshman League here in, as I said, the quite glorious Interlagos. It's going to be a good day.
Should be a pretty good day. Pretty sunny as it stands in qualifying. Only 6 minutes left on the clock. Pretty excited though. Obviously, end of the season, pretty exciting stuff. The championship might be wrapped up, but as always, there's still some positions yet to be decided, and some drivers are really going to need a good race here to be able to maybe move up one or two places. Interesting though, quite a few drivers still haven't set a time. Triple O, Dazza, Codfather and Unique J, all yet to set a time here. Could be pretty interesting. I say that as Unique J sets a time and goes 6th, but pretty interesting stuff already here.
Yeah, we're going to have to find out what happens over the course of qualifying. Just there we go, I've got the chat up now, but yeah, just having a look here. RCA on pole position again, as he has been in so many times this season here in the Freshman League, but let's see if you can stay there. Still 5 minutes left to go in the session, as Kebab Barrage is in the McLaren, back again this time, and as he was out for last week, and he's back here again, and one replacement today. Managed to get Black Charizard in the AlphaTauri. Both Infamela and Sab of the Mist are not here today, but got a replacement for one of them. Everybody else is here. No Gregster as well today. I don't know where Gregster has been. He's been missing for a few races now. But still 16 drivers here, so pretty good turnout. As something else I did need to mention, that there is a penalty for today. Only one though, I believe. Let me just check. Yes. So the LLP1 for deadly chasing. For the reason was for not leaving enough room for the car on the inside of Turn 1 in Mexico. So yeah, he got an LLP1 for that, and that means he will get reducted 1 place at the end of this race. If Gregster was here, he did have an LLP2 from USA, which he still hasn't served yet, but he isn't here, so he's got away with that one, but he still gets the license points, which I am well aware of. And something else I needed to mention, Byron, is as the rule stands of the penalty system, obviously this season we did it for the race after, obviously that the penalty system will be refined and tweaked slightly for the next season, but for the final race of the season, any penalties that these drivers pick up now, Byron, in this race that are awarded by the stewards will be deducted off of their place here in this final race. So say Deadly Jason gets an LLP1, he could then get another penalty, which would then push him down even further, let's say as an example. But because it's the final race, obviously you can't award a penalty onto the next race when there is no race, so they get awarded onto this race. Yeah, sorry the stream started late. Someone else was logged into the Twitch, so I had to get them to log out first so I could log in. But we're here though, and managed to get the last sort of 8 minutes or so of quali.
It was 6, but close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Hey, at least you get some on-track action.
Exactly. Just look at now, it's Alex Gunamack has completely run out of fuel. It's just slowly trundling towards the end of the track.
He's also on 9-lap-old soft tyres.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of 9-lap-old soft tyres, Byron, I mean, we can talk about the strategy around here, and it's a very interesting one, I'll tell you that. I learned this very much from last season here in Interlagos. In terms of the strategy, everybody be qualifying on the soft tyres. However, the game will suggest a soft to hard strategy. However, Byron, the soft to medium is perfectly acceptable, so it does work, the soft to medium. However, there is a difference. If you are on the controller, the soft to medium will be a lot more difficult than drivers on the wheel. From last season, I do recall that quite a few drivers who I spoke to on the wheel finished the race on their medium, so about 60% tyre wear. They made the soft to medium work. I had 3 people in the same race in the Premier Series last season who were all on controller, Byron, all got a puncture by doing a soft to medium. So could we see that come into play here? It's something that we wouldn't really talk about in normal F1 or in any F1 race, but it is actually quite a large factor on this track for some reason. I don't know why, but there's quite a big difference with the strategy between wheel and controller. Yeah,
but that's always the case with every track. Every track is slightly different from each other. With how this kind of impacts the car, but at every track you're likely to see a bit more tyre wear on controller than you are on your wheelbase compatriot.
The thing with this track though is because that soft to medium is such a tight margin, like people went for that soft to medium on the controller and it didn't work, but then it worked for others on the wheels. So that's what I'm saying, is that it makes quite an interesting thing, because will the guys on that on the controller be able to make that soft to medium work? We just don't know. We'll have to find out.
Well, I mean, the actual reasoning behind it is basically due to the steering inputs.
Yeah.
When you're on a wheel, you can basically have a little bit more control over the actual steering input because it's a wheel, so you can kind of turn it and adjust a bit easier. On a controller, obviously, you've just kind of got the analog sticks, and they're not quite as, you haven't got quite as much movement in them. So if you just do it a little bit to the right, it's going to be much sharper than if you just turn your steering wheel a little to the right. So it's basically why it's actually different in this kind of way, and how it doesn't actually have a big impact in the actual strategy, because when you're making those kind of larger adjustments, you're going to get a bit more scrub on the carcass of the tyre, which is going to give you more and more wear, hence why the wheel users tend to have an advantage, not just on pace, but also on tyre wear and a few other factors as well. I think wheel is overall the better place to be, but controller isn't bad either, so interesting stuff.
As coming towards the end of the qualifying now, RCA is retired. He will be able to improve on his 174. Kabab Barrages, though, 100th off of him, just came into the pits. He won't be improving. I did see Tunturi slightly improving on his time. However, he's just invalidated his lap. Unique J now starting a lap. He is a 10th up, so he's on a flying lap now. We'll keep an eye on him. Deadly Jason now about to come through the middle sector, as the very tricky lefts and rights through the middle sector now, down through the tricky turn 10, up through turn 11, down into the corner, which I don't know the technical name for, so I just call it Glock Corner, because, why not? Why not, eh? So down towards the final straight, which isn't really a straight, consists of 2 corners, but we count that. Zeddy Jason dives into the pits. Let's see if Volodar Harris can do anything. As come round the line now in his Alfa Romeo. Let's see what he's able to do, and he improves. Only goes 8th place there. Is Alex Gunamack going to be able to do anything? No, comes into the pits. Will Unique J now be able to do anything? And no, he is backed out of his lap, Byron. So it is RCA once again on pole position. Fact him all the way down in 7th place, which is a big surprise. He did qualify on the mediums though. Kebab in 2nd, Gin and Juice in 3rd here in this qualifying, but Phantom qualifying on the alternate strategy, getting into the top 10 on the mediums, and that'll really help him out in the race.
Oh, well, You did get the corner name if you wanted it in the.
What,
in the
Jun
Twitch
Shao?
chat.
Nah, I like Glock Corner better.
I mean, Glock Corner is a pretty
It's
good
legendary.
name.
It's legendary, is what it is.
Thanks, Robert Codfather, for resubscribing for the 6th month in a row, and Rick Holt 2004 for subscribing with Prime for the 9th month in a row. So
Yeah.
thank you for your subscriptions at the end of the season. Remember, there will still be other content. It won't just be F1 all the time. So yeah.
Well, definitely. So it is. RCN on pole position, Kebab in second, Jin and Juice in third, Tenturi fourth, Billy Misu fifth, Unique J in sixth, Phantom in seventh, followed by Harris in eighth, Deadly Jason in ninth, Black Charizard in 10th, Tech is in 11th, Tony O's in 12th, Triple O in 13th, Dazza in 14th, Alice Gunnermack in 15th, and Robert Cupfather will start from the back in 16th place. But yeah, cheers guys for the subs. And yeah, don't worry, we'll have plenty of events going on across GT Sport. We've still got the Assetto Corsa League, the Weekend League, and also we should be having some F1 events happening before the new game. And when the new game comes out, that's when it usually goes a little bit quiet, because we will usually be testing some new stuff for the season. Letting people get the game firstly and get into the new game. But yeah, there'll definitely be some testing lobbies, which we will. I think we did last season, didn't we, Gav? We had some testing races, which we streamed over as well. So yeah, there's still plenty of stuff to come when the season's over. It's not over here in Gavra Racing. We still keep stuff going.
Yeah, it was when you were going over the timing screens, Robert Codfather didn't set a time. What do you think? He's doing the last first?
If he won, that would make my day. That would honestly.
I think we should just do a race where we intentionally let Robert Codfather win.
If he gets a podium, like, I don't know what I'd do, but like, just it wouldn't be commentary anymore. It'd be like someone had just scored a goal in the Champions League final. Like it'd be crazy scenes. Someone's yeah. Natty, you make a good point now. Depends, really.
I think iVelocity's money is safer.
His money is safe, is it?
Yeah. Did you see what he did? He said if Robert wins, he'll give a Twitch Prime sub. So I think your money's going to be safe.
No. He needs to give a Twitch Prime sub anyway, iVelocity. Just help the cause out. Just pop a Twitch Prime sub anyway.
You'll be helping Gavra out.
Yeah, have faith in Robert Codfather. Is on the formation lap now, Byron, and a mix-up in strategies. So, as I said, Phantom on that alternate strategy that he qualified on inside the top 10, starts in 7th place. Everybody else outside the top 10, Byron, starting on the mediums. However, I think, Byron, do you remember we were all cracking on about that soft to medium, soft to hard before, talking about the strategy? Is it me or does it look very, very overcast in this race?
It does look very overcast, but obviously it could just be quite cloudy, might not rain, but it could rain, and that is something we need to take into account. If we see those drops of rain in the first few laps, that's actually going to be quite good for the soft runners. If it's later on in the race, maybe the soft runners have had to pit. That's better for the medium runners if the rain comes down after the soft runners have pit. So it could be very interesting. Strategy could be split a lot by when the rain comes, if it does at all.
Someone, I've also making a quite a funny point there, saying it could be Weekend League Season 4. Now, Byron, if you don't remember from, you probably wouldn't have seen Weekend League Season 4, but in Interlagos, we had a Weekend League race. It was was it a 50% or a 25%? I feel like it was a 50% race. It went from soft to inters for 2 laps, and then it went to full wets. 2 laps of inters and then full wet. It was soft inters wet. It was crazy. It was one of the most craziest pieces of dynamic weather I have seen in this game. It was awesome to watch what was going on, but people pitting at the wrong times and this and that. And here we go, Byron. I've pressed a button and I've lost all of my HUD. What have I done? I've pressed the button.
Triangle.
Wait. There we go. Oh, I've done all things wrong. And here we go. And the lights are on. Away we go. I pressed the wrong button there. As down into turn 1 here. Kebab Barra just had an awful start now. Gin and Juice is now going to try and go around the outside of him into turn 1. He's going to keep it there. Kebab's going to keep it in second place. As apparently Unique J's a lap down already. That's a bit interesting on the timing screens. But here we go now down into turn 1 as Black Charizard now getting all out of sorts with Deadly Jason. Will Billy Misu now try it on the outside of Unique J? He's going to go to the outside. Unique J going to try and fight back, and we'll go back down the inside again of him. And it's going to stay in fifth position for now. Black Charizard trying to get involved. It's going to go wheel to wheel with Phantom Razgriz. Now Phantom Razgriz is going to try and hold it on the outside here. And he does keep the position. Stays in 9th place. But he's dropped back a little bit, Byron. I think those medium ties, he will struggle on this initial part of this race. But then he'll slowly get back into it once that tire wear starts to kick in. Someone got all out of sorts. I think it was Black Charizard getting a little bit squirrely on the rear as he's right up behind Phantom Razgriz once again. But RC with a good start. 1.3 seconds already for the freshman league champion has opened up.
Yeah, he's got as iVelocity said, a literal god start. That is the ideal start. He's already out of that DRS range of Kebab Barrages, who is second. That's a really great place to be as it stands. There's quite a bit of kerfuffling down the straight. And Mercedes swap places. Tony RC's having a bit of a squabble with Deadly Jason, Phantom Razgriz, and Black Charizard. Black Charizard tries to stick it around the outside of Phantom Razgriz. Has he got the grip down the straight? Well, the answer to that is yes, but can he keep it round the outside through, I think that's turn number 4? As they go through turn number 5 now, going into turn number 6 here. Black Charizard not far behind Phantom Razgriz. He is on the alternate strategy, Phantom Razgriz, so does have an advantage later on. But Black Charizard right now, you'd say he's got the advantage over Phantom Razgriz. But what can he do as it stands? Can he send it and get past Phantom Razgriz?
Unique J and Billy Misu having a bit of a battle here. For some reason, it's telling me Unique J is 1 minute and 13 seconds down on the rest of the pack, which is a complete lie. It's Black Charizard trying it again on the outside of Phantom Razgriz this time. That was a very nice move through Glock corner. As now Black Charizard going to try and get away here. As hopefully the timing screens, there we are, the timing screens have finally now fixed itself. Here comes Valador Harris now going to try and go to the outside. It's gone very wide though into turn 1, Byron, but it's managed to get hooked back up again. These guys here are battling with Unique J, but Deadly Jason now getting past Tonios, and now Tech is going to get involved with the Renault driver as well. But here comes Dazza. Dazza now moves to the outside here. Well, it's going to go down now into turn 4 as these two here, Phantom and Black Charizard again going wheel to wheel. Phantom going to go around the outside as Black Charizard are going to fight back now as well here through turn 4. Will Phantom Razgriz go to the inside? And no, he doesn't go for it there. Dancer did make the move past AB Techers up into 12th place, as Techers will try and fight back, but isn't going to go for it at the moment. And it's the little battle here between these medium runners at the back, and then everyone just kind of getting caught up behind Phantom here on those mediums. As now Deadly Jason, will he stay round the outside here? Is he going to go down into Glock corner? Will he try it now to the inside of the Ferrari and won't go for it then? Oh, we got a spinner!
Oh no, that's absolutely shocking. Was looking in a really good position as well. Got a pretty good start, and now he's just spinning. He's got his tyres too hot. He reset to track now as well. I
think so. It's, unfortunate for Tonios to just lit up the rear on the exit of Glock corner. It wasn't Glock going slowly. It was Tonios spinning around slowly. So here comes Valador Harris. Has gone for a big lunge on Billy Misu, but Billy Misu going to be able to easily get the switchback and get it back on the Alfa Romeo. Goes back up into 6th position. But yeah, Byron, I think he just lit up the rear there. And obviously just got a bit of grass on his rears. His tyre's super hot. And unfortunately just span it again. And now he's quite far back from the rest of the pack.
He is indeed, but he's not looking... Oh, I was going to say he's not looking terrible. He is looking absolutely terrible in this race. It's not been the greatest of places. His start was good, but that just absolutely demolished a lot of what he'd worked hard to get. And it's beginning to look even more overcast now, I think. maybe could be seeing some rain very soon. I'm not entirely sure though. It does look, I think, more overcast than it was at the start.
The poll, if anyone wants to know the poll time, I'm trying to think of the pole position time. Do you remember it, Byron?
I believe it was a 179. Oh no! Apparently, iVelocity says it was a 1641.
Oh yeah, no, that I think it was a 164. Sorry, I think it was. Oh, there's a battle here happening for the podium, Byron. It's between Gin and Juice and Tunchuri. As Gin and Juice start trying to look for the move here up into turn 6, 7 here. Is it going to be able to go for it here? Will he try now into turn 8? No, he won't go for it there. It's just going to stay behind the moment, behind the finish. Racing point driver, will it try it now into turn 10? You can usually go for a little bit of a lunge here into turn 10 as Chunchuri's gone really wide here, Byron. Here comes the chance now for Gin and Juice. Possibly look for the move here. Will he try it now down into Glock corner? No, he won't try it here. He's locked up quite aggressively though on the front left. And now he's going to be behind Chunchuri going into turn 1. Through the high-speed corner of turn 13 though they go. And the DRS is now active, and that's what makes it so good about Interlagos, Byron. It's so good for overtaking on this track because you get DRS so far back that you could go for a move into turn 1. Tunchuri's had a huge lockup though, and he's gone really deep, and now here comes Gin and Juice. He's going to be able to get the move back here. Now he's have the DRS again here down towards turn 4. Will it be able to get the move done this time? Will he be close enough? And no, he still isn't close enough to get the move done on the racing point.
He's trying to keep with him though, and he is giving Tunchuri a really good run. Tunchuri is running so low on ERS, it's only a matter of time until Gin and Juice gets past the racing point. Gin and Juice with nearly a full battery compared to Tunchuri's, well, blinking red batteries, so not all too much you can say.
What this is allowed to do though, Byron, is that Unique J is now also got involved in this battle, and I can imagine Gin and Juice, he's not too far behind either, so he could get himself involved, but Billy Misu, I meant, in the other Williams. So what Gin and Juice now has had a poor exit out of Jun Sao. I thought I'd say the proper name this time, because here comes Unique J now on the back of Gin and Juice here. He's not going to be able to make the move, Byron. He just didn't have a good enough exit out of that final corner. He's gone very deep into turn 1. Should be able to hook it back up though. And once again, he's had another poor exit out of turn 2 through turn 3. And he's once again, Byron, just not going to be close enough to get the move on Tunchuri. He keeps on getting really poor exits out of the accelerating zones.
You think Tunchuri and Gin and Juice are going wide? You should have seen Unique J behind them. He had to take avoiding action through turn number 1 in order to not collide into the back of Gin and Juice, and that sent him about halfway along the blooming circuit.
There was a bit of a battle here at the back between Tekers and Daz. I think Daz ran quite deep into turn 4, and I had to concede the position to Tekers. And that moves the Red Bull up into 11th place. Just looking at it now, can Gin and Juice get a good exit out of Glock corner? He's ran wide again. He's got enough battery, but probably best he deploys it at some point at least, so he can get this move on Tunchuri, because unfortunately, Byron, he can't just sit back behind Tunchuri, because one, he'll lose time to the front runners. Secondly, we've got someone off the back. It's Dazza. Dazza's off in the grass as well. The same as what Tonio's did earlier. And just quickly, thank you, Piero, for the Twitch Prime sub. He subscribed to Tier 1 for 4 months, but I think a spin for Dazza as well. Byron, here comes Unique J now, going to go down the inside of Gin and Juice, and he almost made the move work there.
Yeah, honestly, some drivers getting all out of shape, and then others are just absolutely on fire. So it's very interesting.
This could be the opening for Gin and Juice. He's going to look. He's going to go round the outside.
He tries it, but can't quite. Ooh, switchback maybe? Nah. Tunchuri didn't really give him the opportunity to even go for a switchback. But clearly, maybe Tunchuri's tyre's struggling a little bit, I guess. He really doesn't look to be very comfortable right now, whereas Gin and Juice behind and Unique J, they're looking quite a bit more comfortable. They're kind of taking it a bit more cautiously than maybe Tunchuri.
This could be the time for Gin and Juice, Byron. He's gaining He's gaining and gaining and gaining. Whoa! The Williams driver get past this time. No, he won't. But he's got such... Surely now, he's got such a better exit, but had to lift off because he got such a good exit. He had to lift. And now Tuncuri is just doing everything he can. I think... Is Tuncuri deploying ERS out of the... I think he's... Oh, someone's ran. Oh, there's been a... Oh, Tekkas has had a spin at turn 1. That's what's happened. Not sure whether there was contact between someone, but a big spin for AB Tekkas. And Unique J is pit early, Byron, and he's gone for the hard tyres. So Unique J, he is not going to be able to make the soft medium work, which is a strategy that does work around here. And he's gone safe on the soft hards, which will get him to the end of the race.
Yeah, this is interesting. Some drivers... Maybe there isn't going to be any rain then, because... Well, we thought maybe there could be, but yeah, there's not been any indication of such, considering the drivers aren't going to the hards. Maybe in for the long run. Gin and Juice, though, absolutely on the back of Tuncuri every single lap, just not quite able to get the power down in a way that he can actually make the move and make it stick. It's pretty close now. He's got a pretty decent exit, though. I'm wondering... May he be able to do it along this DRS straight? Is he close? Is he... He's not. Yet again, Gin and Juice is going to be stuck behind Tuncuri. I bet his engine is absolutely cooking.
Well, the thing is now is Gin and Juice, he's spent so much time behind Tuncuri now. He's not been able to make the move work. That now, when I said Billy Misu could have caught up to them, he has. Billy Misu is now in this battle. I'm interested to see when these guys come in, where will Unique J be in that battle? Because Unique J was right behind Gin and Juice and Tuncuri, but obviously he's pit now, gone to the hards. Looks like these guys might be going for that soft medium.
Looks it. Some drivers going for different strategies, and that's what you want to see. You want to see some drivers take a risk, and others, you know, be a bit more conservative. It really allows you to get some different and more interesting racing. Gin and Juice is close.
I was going to say, it's interesting to see, just looking now at the ERS deployment between these two drivers, what Tuncuri is doing is as soon as Gin and Juice gets into that DRS range, he's immediately applying the overtake. But here goes Gin and Juice now. Finally, Byron, finally, he gets the move on Tuncuri and is up now into third place. And now he seems to be pulling a gap now. What should have been a gap which he should have pulled like 3 laps ago.
He's been so close, but not quite able to get the move. But I have a feeling that it won't be long until Billy Misu comes knocking on Tuncuri Piranha. He's had a pretty good race so far, I think, Billy Misu. He's been pretty good. He's managed to hold position, but I think he's looking for that P4 position, and maybe even a P3.
It's so interesting to see like how drivers can change from race to race in terms of their pace. Because if you look at now, right, Billy Misu and Gin and Juice are having Gin and having a really good race here. Like, they're really good on pace. And then the man who got the win in Mexico, but that was on track, he lost it on penalties. He's all the way down in 10th place. I know he's on that alternate strategy, but it's quite crazy to see how things change so drastically in terms of driver pace. As Unique J now making his way through the field, and we've got someone up again, and it's Tonios. That's a full retirement. Could that be a safety car?
I don't know. I'm keeping a little eye on RC8.
Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Is it a manual? If it's a manual, I can't say words. If it's a manual retirement, then he will be receiving an LLP2. Is that a manual retirement? I can't see. The car just disappeared.
Yeah, the car has disappeared. Trying to see if there's any end plates there. Might have just lost it under traction.
Maybe.
Bearing in mind he was on hot tyres. Oh, RC8 into the pits.
I can imagine a lot of people right now.
Barrages.
Yeah,
sure if everyone's going to take advantage though.
Yeah, I was going to say these two are going to be miles ahead of everyone now because these guys haven't come in.
Gin and Juice can't take advantage.
That's big for Kebab and RC8 They have now just basically secured a first and second right there. That's cut half of their pit time off. They'll be miles ahead of the rest of the pack with that virtual safety car pit stop.
Indeed. Obviously, it is quite dependent on if, and this is a big if, there's not a safety car. Because if there's a safety car now, that eliminates the advantage they have just gained. So, these guys are going to want to hope there's not another safety car, because, well, that could really not aid them in their pursuit of a 1-2. Would be a pretty good result for them. Unique J has just got past Alex Gunner Mac. Remember, he was the first driver to pit going onto the hards. He's just got past Alex Gunner Mac to not long earlier getting past Triple O. Combat barrages in a pretty good position after pitting under that virtual safety car, and he's not got the traffic of Volador Juarez as RC8 has, as he sends one kind of to the inside. Bit interesting move. That was tried to stop me getting past its final get through on the ground.
What is interesting to see is the fact that RC8's gone hards, Kebab's on the mediums. That's really, really interesting to see, that the alternate strategy from the two guys in first and second, who were the two leading this race. So can Kebab capitalize now? Because that soft to medium, it's possible from this point onwards, I believe. I think so. If anyone can tell me in the chat how far the mediums can go, because the game has just told me the one-stop soft to medium has now just appeared. But Kebab has been on that for a lap now. So if anyone could tell me how many laps the mediums can go for, that'd be a good info. As the only drivers, Byron, not yet to pit off of the soft tyres is the three up front, and then Volador Harris as well. There's a bunch of guys on the mediums as well who's on that alternate strategy that are currently still running at the moment. As Gin and Juice comes into the pits, he's the first out of that battle to come into the pits. Billy Misu stays out, and Byron is going to go for the move. He will look to the inside of Tunturi. Will he keep the move here? And he's span a little bit on the apex, but he's going to get the move back. And I'm not sure whether he'll have DRS. He does have DRS now going down towards turn 4. Will he make the move work here? Billy Misu, will he look to the inside? He's going to launch it up the inside. Tunturi was like, well, I'll leave the door open for you, mate.
Still good side by side.
Oh, there's a bit of contact. But Tunturi, in the end, keeps the position in the lead of this race, but not the net leader of the race, because here comes the net leader. It is RC8. And we could see a bit of strategy fall in here, because if Kebab catches up the Phantom Rise Grids here, this could be a bit of that Ferrari might become very wide, Byron, at some point on those medium tyres. It might become quite a fat Ferrari across the track, trying to defend from the attacking McLaren on the alternate strategy.
Indeed. Oh, Billy Misu gets past Tunturi into turn 1. Can Tunturi keep it under braking? No, he can't. That is Billy Misu into the race lead. The race lead on track. Bearing in mind he is yet to pit, but he is past Tunturi. But Tunturi has DRS down the straight. Can Tunturi send it to the inside? He looks for a move. Billy Misu tries to give him the space, but can Tunturi make it work? He's got this little mini straight, should you call it, and he can't quite do it. He's got to stay behind Billy Misu as it stands. These are the two drivers out in front yet to pit, but RC8, who has pit, isn't far behind at all, showing the absolutely insane advantage he just scored with that safety car. It's a massive advantage he's gained, where he's now right on the back of the race leaders, and there was only a virtual safety car a few laps ago.
Yeah, it's just looking now at this. Here comes RCA. He's going to look to the inside already of Tunturi. This could be quite fatal for Tunturi, because I think Tunturi... No, he didn't come into the pits. I thought he was going to come into the pits. Billy Misu ducks in, though, as RCA is going to go past the racing point and now takes the lead in this race. Goes the Ferrari driver. And did anyone tell me about the times? Did anyone tell me how many laps the mediums can go? Did anyone say anything? Oh, Natty did. Sorry, Natty. I saw you there. Mediums can go about 25 laps until they puncture. What? But hang on. No, hang on. So I've been told 15 to 19 laps. Natty said 25 laps. And Castangle said 18 laps. Well, guys, but we haven't got a definitive answer here at this point. I've been told like 3 different things. Yeah, the soft to medium is quite easy here, but as I said before, Piero, depends on who is on the controller on the wheel, and also depends how early. I'm just trying to figure out, because Kebab pit quite early and went mediums, but he pit the same time as RC8, who went hards. As Tuncuri into the pits, the last of the soft runners to come into the pits. But I'm interested to see whether Kebab can make this to the end. Oh, Natty said he did 24 last season with no puncture, so 24 laps apparently you can go, Byron.
Yeah, but that could also be taking a bit of luck into account, bearing in mind as soon as you got over 70%, you're at risk of a puncture. It's a random chance that you could get one every percent you go over that limit. So luck can come into effect.
Castangle said he could also do 24 laps, so that seems to be the general consensus, is 24 laps, looks like it. Round about that for the mediums. Will we see some people pit earlier off of those mediums? I'm not sure. But that's what these guys will be going for. They take those mediums as far as they can on this alternate strategy. Pit in, get on some fresh softs, and absolutely whiz round the track. Yeah, Pierre, that's what I'm saying. Is the on this track especially, I know there is a difference on this game, but this track especially, controller and wheel, there is a difference in terms of the strategy here. Yeah, as you said, you had that last lap puncture last season because of the obviously being on the controller, so it does make a difference. As Alex Gunamakis ran wide there at Glock corner, and now Volodymyr's Byron's going to be right on the back of him here, surely.
Oh, surely. Oh, absolutely. He pretty much got the move done before he's even hit the apex of the corner. I don't even know whether the corner down the straight has a name, but made the move just incredibly early. Didn't even hit the apex to that corner and just had the move done already. He's up into 9th. Alex Mack falls down to 10th position as it stands on the road. He does have DRS of Valadares, but really can't utilise it. Robert Codfather running a respectable 11th as it stands. Can he climb himself into the points? He's got no penalty thus far.
He's still going to make a pit stop though.
Yeah,
Come on, Robert, get your foot down.
He's got no warnings though. No warnings whatsoever for him, so being a very good boy, eh?
He always is, Robert. He always keeps within the track limits. He rarely ever gets track limit penalties, actually. Does Robert Codfather. He's always sticking within the track limits. And here comes Billy Misu for a move on Unique J. And Billy Misu now going to try and go to the inside through turn 1. Gets the move done. And remember, Byron, Billy Misu was behind Unique J. And now Unique J pitting so early for the soft hard. Now Billy Misu is back ahead of him. And that's advantage Billy Misu now.
It is advantage Billy Misu. But interestingly, though, I was watching it on board from Unique J. And he had to take avoiding action to not go into the back of Billy Misu as they went through turn number 1. So a bit of an interesting one. Might be one maybe the stewards would have a look at, because that was very interesting. Had to take avoiding action and really lost him actually quite a lot of time. He did gain some of it back down the straight, but you know, he might have actually been able to re-overtake Billy Misu if he didn't have to take avoiding action.
Sorry, I was just about to say Kebab got past Phantom Razquid, but Phantom Razquid's pit, and that is him. He's done 20 laps on those mediums, and that is a set of softs, and we got someone off. It's Black Charizard. Black Charizard's off on the hard tyres. That's big. big for Black Charizard there. I think he's also just lit up the rears on the exit of Jun Sao, as out comes Phantom Razgriz. He's almost hit the wall on the exit of the pit lane there, as it comes out of the pits, and on the fresh softs, just ahead of Volodoharis, which is what the Ferrari driver would have wanted, as Volodoharis will try it on him, but Phantom's going to keep the position. And now, Byron, it is attack Phantom Razgriz on those fresh soft tyres, on everyone else who was on older tyres, on a different set of tyres as well ahead of him.
Yeah, very interesting. Interesting, though, that Black Charizard went off. He's the second driver to go off of that specific corner. It was Tonios, the other driver, who was taking a pretty big spin there. He's out of the race.
Well, so we've had 3 people, because we had Tonios twice, we had Black Charizard once, and then we had Tekkas who spanned there as well, I believe. So we've had quite a few people who have seems to be losing the rear at Jun Sao today, which is interesting.
Or as you'd like to call it,
Clock Corner! Yeah.
We'll call it Clock Corner from now on. Why
Clock
not?
Corner.
It has got a very specific twang to it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert Godfather into the pits.
I was just about to say.
What's going on here? No, they were like slowing down for each other in some very weird way. That was very dodgy.
I don't know what was going on.
It looked like Alex Gunnar Mac held up Robert Godfather going into the pit lane.
Alright, there we go. So Robert and Alex into the pits. And out they go on a fresh set of soft tyres.
Yeah.
Go on, Robert, mate. Get the foot down. You've got work to do now, Robert. I'm gonna be his engineer next season. You won't be finding me commentating on the freshman. I'm gonna be Robert Godfather's engineer. I'm gonna be giving him all the instructions he needs. As just looking now, as Tenturi is gaining on the back of Unique J. Unique J on 13-lap-old hards. Tenturi on very fresh, fresh enough medium tyres. But just keep an eye on that man, who is not too far behind them now, Byron, Mr. Phantom Razgriz. We know he's got some speed behind him, and he is all attack at the moment, and is cutting that gap down a lot from those 3 people ahead of him in that little trio between Billy Misu, Unique J, and Tenturi, who have pretty much been going at it this entire race. I mean, Gin and Juice has got a big margin actually over Tenturi, which is interesting, Byron, because you remember those two were battling away, and now Unique J with quite a big gap over him, but on slightly older tyres, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, RCA right now, he is in an absolute godly position to win this race. There's no one that looks like they can really contend with him as it stands. He's in an absolutely golden
here we go. I don't know what's happened to Tenturi, but Tenturi's made a huge mistake. He's dropped back so much from the other 2, Byron, and Phantom Razgriz around the outside into turn 1, and he gets the move done, and now he's going to hunt down a bit of McLaren and a bit of Williams ahead of him.
Yeah, he ate Tenturi for breakfast, and, well, it was a pretty big breakfast to eat, but he just about managed to swallow it all. And that means he's up into 6th. Question is, can he keep Tenturi behind, and can he chase after Unique J and Billy Nisu? It's going to be a pretty big margin to chase, and he's made a mistake.
He's gone very deep.
Curse.
Yeah, he's gone very deep there. What I want to know is, will he make it to the end? Currently, he has to go what is going to be 11, 12 laps. He's already done 2 laps on those softs. That could be a little bit sticky for him at the end of the race. I think Tekkas is going to heavily struggle as well. I don't know how I can see him getting to the end of the race. He might be able to, but it's going to be very tricky for him. Robert and Alex Gunamac will make it to the end of the race. I believe they will. I think they should be. They should be all right. As I said, this track it really does depend on. Oh, that's a bit, almost a huge spin on the rear there for Alex Gunnar-Mack. As Robert Codfather is getting his foot down. He is flying at the moment on those fresh, soft tyres. Come on, Robert. You could.
I'm not sure flying would be the way to describe it, but he is going fast. He's not going slow in comparison.
Could people pick up a few more penalties? He could find himself moving up some positions.
He is, however, like 2 seconds off of the fastest lap. I just like to point that out.
Nah, it's fine.
Why do we have such a Robert Codfather love?
Because
when did that become a thing?
Because right. Well, it all stemmed from me, really. Right, hold on. There's going to be an overtake here, and I am going to commentate on it as Unique J is going to go to the outside of Billy Misu. Billy Misu going to hold it on the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Unique J had to take avoiding action.
Oh, here comes Phantom Rascals around the outside of Unique J. Gets the move done. Can he get the move done on Billy Misu? No, he can't. We'll stay behind the Williams driver for now. Oh, Billy Misu all over the swords on the rear. Here goes Phantom Rascals. Will he look for the move?
Incredibly wide.
Yeah, they did. I think Phantom just followed Billy Misu out there. But what I was saying was, Byron, is basically he's part of a legendary duo, which was Robert Codfather and Willie Sanker. And they were a team. They teamed last season in the Freshman League, and then they were in the Premier Series before we did prelim races. Before that, and Billy Mises ran really wide there. And they were the two slowest drivers on the track. They would pretty much get lapped nearly every single race. And I believe they scored. I don't even think they scored a single point in that season. Oh, Phantom Raskins. Here comes Unique J. Will Unique J now look to the inside? No, Billy Misu's going to look for the move back. Oh, there's contact again. Billy Misu's got to be careful. That's twice now he's made a bit of contact.
Now right on the back of this as well.
Here goes Tunturi now. He's on the back of Unique J. Will he look now to the Unique J? Going to go defensive into turn 4. Tunturi now going to be on the back of him. Unique J, though, has ran a little bit wide, but has held the position. But yeah, basically they're a bit of a meme, but I love Robert anyway. He's actually a sound guy, you know. He's a decent guy, and you know it's just fun to see him fighting for points, because it's like one of those drivers. It's like George Russell. You rarely ever see. He always on the fringe of the points. He just never gets there. But you know, like you always want him to get the points. You know, it's what Robert is.
You always want him to, but they never do.
Oh, it's Alex going to mac to the inside of Robert Codfather.
It's just me. If Robert Codfather can actually stay within 3 seconds, though, he'll get the position.
Well,
he will even get AB Techers.
Well, he will, because he'll get AB Techers there, but unfortunately, what he needs, Robert Codfather needs right now, is someone else to retire from this race, or even more, someone to pick up a puncture.
That would be pretty costly. However, the skill gap, I'm not sure if that's quite gonna. Oh,
someone's had a bit of it. Then there's another overtaker because Billy Misu back down the inside of Unique J. Here comes Tunturi now. He's gonna go down the inside as well. As now he's on the back of Billy Misu, and the battle continues between these three.
Yeah, interesting.
Where's Unique J gone? What's Unique J done? He's gone. Sorry, he do you know turn 8? He's just gone horizontally across the grass and cut the entirety of turn. Like its car wasn't even going straight. It just sort of horizontally went across. I don't know what the hell he's done there. I don't know how he's done it, but it's cost him dearly because he's now quite far behind these guys now. Just looking at that. Well, yeah, I mean, Piero, it's a big sad that you've saddened me. What you've done is Piero. He was close. He was so close. He was so close. He was gonna get it in Imola until Valtteri thingy decided to ruin it.
Valtteri
no, Robert!
No, Robert Codfather!
No! Oh, let this
day's
go.
just gone
I
from bad to
know
worse.
it's crumbling before me. It's crumbling before me.
Little
It
do
is.
people know that you didn't even really want to do blooming freshman. You joined the blooming party and you were just like, don't really want to do freshman.
No. I
You
don't
don't even want to do it
commentating
anymore.
on the
You
races.
just had enough, you know. Yeah, you should mute your mic and I'll take over for the rest of the show.
As that's unfortunate for Mr. Robert Codfather, but I'm sure he can make his way back up. All he needs is some things to happen, Byron. There's 6 laps left in this race, and let's see what's going to happen.
This race is practically over. I like your optimism, though.
No. Someone could get a puncture. We never know, Byron. We've seen it before in this race.
You need quite a few punctures.
No. It will happen. It'll happen. Right. Trust
It'll
me.
happen,
Just have faith, Byron. Have faith. Have faith. All right. As Tunsuri now is this battle between him and Billy Misu still continuing at the moment. As just looking now. I'm really intrigued to see the person to keep an eye on, Byron. This is the person that keep an eye on Kebab. He's someone to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on Unique J.
Why are we keeping an eye on Kebab? He's 10 seconds away from the lead.
Punctures, my man, punctures. He's on 16th, 17 lap old mediums, and there's 5 laps left in this race, okay? Just keep an eye on him, okay? Trust me, right?
His inputs do look buttery smooth.
Keep an eye on Unique J. Yeah, they can look buttery smooth on a controller, but trust me, there is an effect. Keep an eye on Unique J. He's on 20 lap old mediums. He has to take those 20 lap old hards. He has to take them another 5 laps. Keep an eye on AB Techers. He's on 12 lap softs. He's on 12 lap softs. If he can get those to the end, that's props off to that man. But someone's had something.
It's Alex got a Mac again. I think he's under AI now. I'm not sure though.
No, was it blue flags?
Blue flags.
Yeah, it was blue flags, I think. Yep.
That's exactly what it was.
Exactly. We are professionals. Blue flags.
Both McLaren's puncture on the last lap. That would be funny.
No.
We don't want that, Chief.
No, we don't. We don't jinx things around here, right? But Byron, I have to say though, to be fair, it's been a pretty clean end to the season. Like we've not had. I don't think we've had many major, like, seriously bad incidents. Robert Codfather's just picked up a 3-second time penalty to break my heart even more than it already is. But no, to be fair, Byron, it's been a very good race from the freshman lead today, and it could get even spicier. Here comes Tunsuri Pirani to the inside. No, he doesn't. He's going to stay behind now into turn 1. Will he try it now? Can he get a good enough exit out of turn 2? To go round turn 3 now. He's got a good enough exit, actually. He's in the DRS, but problem is, though, Billy Misu will just activate that ARS, just pull away slightly into that DRS zone, and then what it does is it balances it out at the end. That's the thing you can do in this game, is just activate that ERS. It does keep that driver behind quite well, actually. Well, at least for a few more laps. He's to have a good exit out of the corner. Does Tunsuri, if he wants any chance of overtaking Billy Misu. As just looking now, Tunsuri almost had a spin there. That was very close from him.
Yeah, I was just looking at the race director. No driver has gone the race without a warning. Everyone has at least a warning. Most drivers on 2. I think there's only one driver on 1 warning. That's
I'll tell you exactly where you pick those up from. Turn 2 and turn 4.
Easiest corners to cut, go wide. Just
go well. The exit of turn 4 is a real and the turn 2. Do you know what's annoying though as well, right? Turn 2 is this track is so nice on GT Sport because of the track limits. Like turn 2, you can go so far over turn 2. It's actually really nice. And turn 4, I mean, to be fair, you can run wide on the exit of turn 4, but you actually don't want to because there's this weird patch of like AstroTurf there, which just, if you don't know, guys, AstroTurf on GT Sport is just equal to death. Like, touch AstroTurf on GT Sport and you just die. Like, that's what happens for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how AstroTurf could be that slippery, but Byron, just
It is really slippery.
Keep an eye on.
Especially when you're going on a car.
I don't think it's as slippery as what GT Sport has it though.
I don't know. I'll have to hop on after this stream and find
No,
out.
it's no. Trust me, the AstroTurf on GT Sport is death. Like, trust me. We did Spa and Suzuka and what was the other track we did? Fuji and all the AstroTurf on there. Trust me, anyone. Is Natty still here? Natty will tell you.
What is Alex Gunnermack doing?
What is Alex Gunnermack doing?
He's definitely struggling on his tyres because I'm seeing him not go full throttle.
Oh,
he's
had a big
squirting
spin on the rear again. Well, he's on 10 lap old mediums. Is Tekka still going? That's really surprising that from AB.
Alex Gunnermack though, he's literally squirting the throttle through every corner. He's even got brake application.
Look at the graining on his rear tyres, especially on AB Tekka's. That
is so terrible.
That's a lot of graining on those tyres, is what I've just seen.
Have you seen his front left?
Yeah, no, it's. Oh, Alex Gunnermack, is that a puncture? No, why is he going so slowly? I was hoping it was a puncture. Oh, Triple O might have one though. No, what's happening to Triple O? Why are the Mercedes going so slowly?
I've got no
Robert's
idea.
up into 12th place, and Tekkas has picked up another 3-second time penalty. This is really weird. Just trying to see now into the final few stages of this race.
I'm trying to figure out why Alex Gunnermack is literally squirting the throttle.
I apologise if I keep looking at if I keep on going into this TV pod, but I'm just looking at the tyres, just trying to see how bad the graining is on people's tyres. That's why I keep on switching to that camera. So
Alex
for anyone
Gunnermack's got a
complains to me,
puncture.
Alex Gunnermack, there it is, the
no,
first.
AB Tekkas, sorry, my bad.
No, Tekkas has a puncture. He does, yeah, rear left. Rear right puncture, and I told you wouldn't be able to get those tyres. And Black Charizard is Black Charizard pits. He couldn't get his tyres to the end, and there goes Robert Codfather. No, he doesn't, because he's still too far behind Black Charizard. Damn it!
I thought he was trying to send one.
Oh, he has. Alex Gunnermack to the inside, and he's got so deep now, and he's going wheel to wheel with Robert Codfather. It's all kicking off at the end of this race here, as AB Tekkas with the first puncture of the day. Will we see any more people do that? Robert Codfather down the inside. What a move for Robert Codfather. Up into 11th place he goes, and Alex Gunnermack is running so slowly. I don't know why he is. As we are now on to the final lap of this race. Will anything happen here? Kababis looks like he's keeping his tyres in check at the moment. I'm surprised he's still going. As RC8 now, Byron, for the final time this season, he will come around and cross the line and take the win here in Interlagos. So we go now to Kebab Barrages. He's taken them 22 laps, Byron. He's proved me wrong, and he will come across the line and take second place in this race. Phantom Raspberries on the alternate strategy. Well done to him. He started in 7th, finishes in 3rd place. And it's like Gin and Juice is a puncture. He's got a puncture as well. Gin and Juice are a front right as well. He's on a puncture. When I say this race is just filled with punctures, Robert Codfather misses out in 11th place, and Gin and Juice comes across the line with a front right puncture, finishes in 6th place. Gin and Juice could have been in 4th place there, but he picked up a front right puncture. I tell you, Byron, this race is just filled with punctures. It always happens in Interlagos. It always does.
It's very interesting, though, that even on the hards, Gin and Juice got a puncture. 20-lap-old hards. That's not all too bad.
Yeah. As I said, he could have been on a controller. That might have been the thing. It's It's quite a hefty difference on this.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could have been it's a hefty difference on this track, but there it is. So RCA takes the win again this season. Kebab in second place. That is a brilliant result for the McLaren man. Phantom Razgriz in third. Centurion fourth. Billy Misu in fifth. Gin and Juice finishes in sixth place. With that, Puncture Unique J seventh. Volodor Harris in 8th, Deadly Jason in 9th, Black Charizard finishes in 10th, Robert Justin's out in the final race of the season in 11th, Alex Gunnermack in 12th, Daz at 13th, Triple O 14th, Tekers with that puncture finishes in 15th, Antonios, who retired after losing the rear at Junsao and causing that VSC that we had earlier. As
it's an all-Italian podium.
DNF, and it is, yeah.
Apparently that's the second time it's happened this season in, oh god, is it Premier?
The second time this season where there's been a whole Italian podium in an Italian league. This was a 50% race, Simsoff. I'm guessing you may have joined us quite recently. It was a 50% race around here. But that is it, Byron. That is the final race here in the Freshman League. And wasn't that an absolute cracker of a race, that one?
It's a... you can't beat Brazil. It's always an absolute corker of a track. I think every time you come to a track like Brazil, you just know it has so many overtaking opportunities. So many opportunities for recovery as well. You can make a mistake and you face the consequences slightly less. So you can really sometimes climb back as well. It's a really good track to race on, and this is one of my personal favourite tracks, not just because I'm quite high up in the leaderboards, but because I'm also, it's a really good race circuit. As that's why no one wanted to replace it with that rainforest demolishing track.
Exactly, because Interlagos is the best, but yeah. Well, that is it, guys, for the final time here on F1 2020. That is the Freshman League. Thank you to everyone for joining us, who has joined us this season. There's been some ups and downs, definitely, in the Freshman League this season. We've had good races and bad races, but all in all, it has been an enjoyable watch here in the Freshman League. And we'll see who is going to be in the Freshman next season and who will not be in the Freshman next season. Some people may move up, some people may move down. We'll have to find out, but Byron, thank you for joining me in this.
I just want to quickly say, if Robert Codfather does not stay in Freshman, I will quit Gavra Racing forever.
He's gonna.
That is my ultimatum.
I'm gonna train him, man. I'm his engineer. I'm his personal trainer. I'm everything. I'm doing this now for Robert, but
you just hop over to him.
I am.
You make him do some reaction training and get him to, lift some weights and, make sure he's a proper hench going into
definitely. But, Well, thank you, Byron, for joining me, for filling in for Evan. Thank you to Evan. I will thank him for the races that he has joined me on. He's just been busy with his school stuff, which is it's fair enough to him. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm getting that. It's that emotionalness again. It's come back to me. I hate it every time because we have to end the season, and it's just it's so sad. And I don't think I have the same attachment because I kind of joined a little
Sorry,
bit. iVelocity, yes, for the times that iVelocity has jumped in as well in the Freshman League. Thank you. But yeah, thank you to everyone for joining us in the Freshman. It's been a roller coaster of a ride, but we have made it to the end, and we will see you guys and everybody watching the Freshman League. We'll be back in F1 2021. So we will see everyone then. Thank you all for joining us this season, and for the final time in the Freshman, we say goodbye.
Adios.